take a look at shapes that look to include a circle. Now it might not include a full circle, and we know that if it's not an entire circle, we're going to call it a semicircle. Looking at this first shape, I notice that I have a semicircle. Because we're finding the area, I'm going to include that formula right here. Area equals pi r squared. Because it's half a circle, I want to make sure to divide that by 2. Looking at this, I'm going to do pi is 3.14 times my radius is 7. If I square that and then divide it by 2, the total that I get for this circle is going to be 76.93. That is the value of this half circle. Now, that half circle is sitting on top of a square. In order to find the area of a square, I'm going to say 14 times 14 with the side values, which gives me a total of 196. Remember, we want to add these two figures because they are together. When I add 196 plus the 76.93, I know that my total is 272 and 93 hundredths. The unit is inches, and because it was area, it is squared. I'm going to box in my answer so that it's easy for you to find. The next one kind of reminds me of an ice cream cone, which makes me miss summer. So I'm looking at number 5, and I see 2 shapes again. The first shape that's easy for me to see is this triangle. What I notice is I know the height. My height is right here, and it equals 3.4. However, the base number is not given. I'm going to use my information from the half circle right here to solve for what is the base. If I know that the radius equals 2, then I know the diameter equals double that, which is 4. That means that this entire line right here has the value of 4. Knowing that this is the base of my triangle as well as the diameter of my circle, I can now solve for the value of my triangle. Remember, when we're finding the area of a triangle, area equals 1/2 base times height. You're going to do 1/2 times my base is 4, and the height is 3.4. In your calculator, you're going to go ahead and solve for that number, and you're going to get 6.8. Now let's take a look at the half circle. We're going to use the same formula that we did on number 4. Area equals pi r squared. Pi's value is 3.14. Our radius is 2, and we're going to square it. Remember, 2 times 2 is 4. So 4 times 3.14 gives us 12.56. Now don't forget that this is half a circle, so I do need to divide this by 2. In your calculator, when you do 12.56 divided by 2, you get 6.28. Now remember, we want to combine these two numbers. When I add 6.28 plus my 6.8, my total is 13.08. We're dealing with inches, so it's inches squared. Again, my answer is 13 and 800 inches squared. That's my answer for number 5. Now, number 6 is a very interesting shape. If you'll notice, I can see that it looks like a submarine, and I have a rectangle right here. It's a 9 by 4. 9 times 4 is going to give me 36 yards. This second shape that I'm looking at looks very similar to a trapezoid. Now, we have been doing the trapezoid area, so let's see if we can solve this together. Looking at our formula, base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. I notice I have one base of 20 plus, let's add this together. If this part is 11 plus 9 plus 4. 11 plus 9 is 20 plus 4 is 24. Now, the height of this is 9, and I want to make sure I divide by 2. 20 plus 24 is 44. We're now going to take 44 and times it by 9. And then we want to make sure we divide by 2. The answer I get is 198. Now remember, we want to add our 198, or 198 yards, with the 36. In order to do this, just add 198 plus 36. That's going to give me a total of 234 yards squared. All right, now we're going to move on to the last three shapes.